the footage came out of Amouranth and the shit that went down at her house, and the footage looks crazy. Looks crazy. I don't want to play. Well, there's not really anything violent in here, right? So, all right. So the guys, these are the kidnappers, I guess. Up the stairs, they're trying to go into the room. I could play the audio from here though. Yo, that's crazy. This crypto shit is real, bro. Well, not like that. Well, kind of like that. I don't know. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised people aren't talking about the situation more. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Amouranth literally almost died that night, chat. She literally almost died over crypto. That is insane. There's another footage of like the outside cams showing the people like running in, and I think they run in and like Amouranth pulls out her gun. You can hear her pull out her gun, pow, pow, and then they get the fuck out. Yo, this internet shit is crazy, bro. This internet shit is crazy. This crypto shit is crazy. That's why I don't even associate myself with crypto, is because even in theory, it's not the most problematic thing in the world. But the way it's implemented, the way bad actors abuse the space and make it this extremely toxic, you don't know what's real, what's not environment, I don't even want to touch that shit, bro. I don't even want to look that way. Amouranth, Jesus Christ, my Filipino accent just came out. Amouranth and Valkyrie took over the internet that night, right? Yeah. That was the exact same night. And there were definitely more talking points about, more conversations, about Senna and Valkyrie situation. And I'm not trying to compare or nothing, but I guess I am. I don't know. It was like one of the biggest streamers in the world literally almost died that night. Like that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, she's made a couple tweets talking about, I don't know if I'll ever come back on the internet. I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm Amouranth, I am not coming back on the internet. I'm retiring then and there. This goes back to the concept that I've said before of just having enough money. I think, we live in a society where like there's never enough money for people. And maybe it's a case of just I've never seen that money, so I don't know what it's like to have that type of money. But I feel like having enough money is a real thing. Once you reach a certain level of financial success, you can just chill, bro. You can just chill. You can just call it quits. You do not have to work. You do not need more money. You can prioritize morals. You can prioritize family. You can prioritize your peace. You can prioritize all of these different things because you have legitimately made fuck you money. You know what I'm saying? And fuck you money is different. But I find it interesting when people who do have fuck you money want more money. But people will not / don't care because she's worn revealing clothing and other people have given her money. Which is crazy. But I think my overall arching point is I personally believe there is such a thing as enough money. You know what I'm saying? And once you reach that threshold, it is okay to put down whatever it is you're doing to prioritize your own life. To actually retire, to spend it with your loved ones. I'm gonna bring it back to basketball here real quick, and I understand, the dynamic between owners and players. You don't want to let owners off the hook. You don't want to leave money on the table, but at the same time, Because I had this tweet out when Jalen Brunson signed his $150 million contract extension. He took a really massive pay cut so that the New York Knicks can build around him properly and build a championship contender. And I understand, you know, people saying, damn, he left $200 million off the table. That's fucking crazy. And it is crazy. Don't get me wrong. It is crazy. And I will say it's one of those things where it's easier said than done. Because you really got to, you know, when the DocuSign comes in, you really got to make that decision. And it's not going to be all right, bet, boom, 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 send it over. I'm going to look real good at that DocuSign and be like, damn, do I really want to do this? It's not an easy decision to make. But once he did make that decision, what I said was, hey, man, I low-key wish not everyone, more NBA players had this mentality of, bro, I already make enough. I'm going to make a shit ton of money, generational money, that I can just call it quits so that I can prioritize the things I want in life. Maybe at this point in my career, I want to contend for a championship. I want to give myself the best chance to contend for a championship. And what that means is giving up my own personal money so that the franchise that I'm on can properly build around me, can get a Mikal Bridges, can get an OG, can get a Karl-Anthony Towns. Do I think it's actually going to work for Jalen Brunson? No. You know, but if I'm Jalen Brunson, I have full confidence in myself and my abilities as a number one or a number two or as a face of this franchise, and this is what I want to do. I don't blame you for having that mentality. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And everyone was telling me, oh, B-Souls, you are the selfish one for leaving money on the table. And I'm like, all right, bro. I guess. But going back to Amouranth, ma'am, you have made millions of dollars doing the content that you do. I don't give a fuck how you did it. But it does become a point of diminishing returns where if you keep going, you're going to expose yourself to dangerous people on the internet. You're going to expose yourself to weirdos on the internet. And it did not show as much as it did as this situation right here. People knew you from your internet fame. People knew you had crypto shit. People tried to get your information and fucking kidnap you. And tried to kill you. I ain't not even kidding. Kill you. They tried to kill you. They beat you up. But someone in chat said she'll probably be back. Wouldn't put it past her to be back after this. That is just the way things go. That is just the way things go. It really is never enough. And that is just the way things go.